we got more stories I want to get to today. What's happening with our friends down south, way down south? I can't really call them neighbors. They're kind of neighbors, but way down south in Argentina. If we all remember Javier Milei, well, he was facing a very tempestuous election because everybody said that he was going to get blasted, that none of the Argentines liked him or his policies. Well, let's check in and see what happened. And let's first start with this nice little video, just a little step down memory lane with Javier Milei. Shall we?
Ministerio de Turismo y Deporte, afuera. Ministerio de Cultura, afuera. Ministerio de Ambiente y Desarrollo Sostenible, afuera. Ministerio de las Mujeres y Género y Diversidad, afuera. Ministerio de Obras Públicas, afuera. Aunque te resistas. Vamos a seguir por acá. Ministerio de Ciencia y Tecnología e Innovación. Algo bien del sector privado. Nada bueno salió del sector público. ¡Afuera! Ministerio de Trabajo, Empleo y Seguridad Social. ¡Afuera! Ministerio de Educación. Adoctrinamiento. ¡Afuera! Ministerio de Transporte. ¡Afuera! Ministerio de Salud. ¡Afuera! Ministerio de Desarrollo Social. ¡Afuera! ¿Cómo queda el Estado? Ministerio de Capital Humano, Ministerio de Infraestructura, Ministerio de Economía, Ministerio de Justicia, Ministerio de Seguridad, Ministerio de Defensa, Ministerio de Relaciones Exteriores y Ministerio del Interior. Se acabó el curro de la política. ¡Viva la...
I still love that video. Afuera! Ministry of Culture. Afuera! Ministry of Transportation. Afuera! Out, out, out. And he has delivered on his promises. Now, they came up to some midterm elections for seats in parliament in Argentina. And if you watch the news, every news agency, all the locals in Argentina, all the local media in Argentina, and it was being parroted by people like CNN, Javier Milei was going to go down. He was going to get kicked out of office. He was going to face a major backlash because nobody liked him. Nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted his policies. They hated him. Prices were up. They were trying to create any lie they could in order to see this man defeated. And what happened? The exact opposite. Check this out. This is absolute gold right here. This is Javier Milei. I'm going to show this video, but first I want to read some of the captions that came. This is an X post. So from Basil the Great, Javier Milei storms to victory in Argentina. The polls were lying. The media were lying. They said he would lose. They said he would struggle. Wrong. He won in a landslide. Check this out. See if you can see this. So here we go. The polls were lying. The media were lying. They said he would lose. They said he would struggle. Wrong. He won in a landslide. And here's Milei celebrating on election. And the masses of people out on the street to celebrate with him. This was the absolute populist revolution in Argentina. They have kicked out the bureaucrats. They've kicked out the corrupt. They have kicked out the establishment. They've kicked out the globalists. They have completely redefined their relationship with China. Javier Milei has gotten the economy back on track. Prices are actually down, regardless of what the media and the Argentine media tried to tell you. Prices are down. The economy is up. Their budget deficits are down. They've got the American government is now willing to loan them money because they're actually a good credit rating. Now, here's another. They had, here's another element of election night where they were out celebrating with Milei. This is great stuff. So you got Milei out celebrating. Now, just to show you how bad the lying was leading up to this, here's the polymarket odds on Javier Milei winning the election. He's down here, or his party, not him specifically. But again, this was for seats in parliament. This was like our midterm elections. So La Libertad Avanza, which is Milei's party, the lies were so bad by the Argentine media, by all of the Argentine establishment, global corruptocrat types, that the poly market had his odds as basically 0.0000000 right up until the election, when the Argentine people spoke and said, not so fast. We're not buying any of this crap. And they absolutely crushed the UP, the Unión por la Patria, which is the liberal leftist party in Argentina. And so now you've got Milei solidly entrenched in Argentina, ready to make Argentina great again. And he is Trump's biggest ally down in South America. It is amazing stuff. What we could accomplish, hooked up with Argentina to completely remake the Americas and kick the Chinese out and kick the communists out of Venezuela and Nicaragua and Colombia and all those. There's a great future here. So let me know what you think in the comments. This is amazing stuff. While New York City hurtles towards globalist, communist, corruptocrat, Islamist Armageddon, you've got Argentina. He has completely flipped that country around in 2 years. It is absolutely amazing. This is awesome stuff. And the reason, realize that the reason that the media was lying so hard about Javier Milei, the reason they were trying to gaslight, to destroy his chances in parliament, is because of what he stands for. And one of the primary things that he stands for, other than no globalists, no corruption, none of this nonsense, is he is firmly against the globalist woke agenda. Check this out. This is why they wanted to try to gaslight the Argentine people into giving away their one chance at freedom. Check this out.
Promueve la agenda LGBT, queriendo imponernos que las mujeres son hombres y los hombres son mujeres solo si así se autoperciben. Y nada dicen de cuando un hombre se disfraza de mujer y mata a su rival en un ring de boxeo, o cuando un preso alega ser mujer y termina violando a cuanta mujer se le cruce por delante en la prisión. Sin ir más lejos, hace pocas semanas fue noticia en todo el mundo el caso de 2 americanos homosexuales que, enarbolando la bandera de la diversidad sexual, y fueron condenados a 100 años de prisión por abusar y filmar a sus hijos adoptivos durante más de 2 años. Quiero ser claro que cuando digo abusos no es un eufemismo, porque en sus versiones más extremas la ideología de género constituye lisa y llanamente abuso infantil. Son pedófilos. Por lo tanto, quiero saber quién avala esos comportamientos.
So Javier Milei is fully 10 toes down against the entire LGBTQ plus IA agenda, specifically on the trans side. He has said absolutely no to gender transitions of children. He has said that the gender transition ideology is absolutely evil. It is what it is. It is child abuse. It is pedophile, exactly, 100%. So Javier Milei has stood 10 toes down against the globalist trans ideology agenda. And that is why they needed him out of Argentina. They wanted the number one reason. The other reasons were that he was going to get rid of the corruptocrats, the globalists, he's going to get rid of the Chinese, but most importantly, he is standing against what right now is the globalist, progressive left's big linchpin that they are trying to destroy Western civilization with, and that is the trans ideology. It's amazing stuff. Congratulations to Javier Milei. Really appreciate you having you as a friend down in South America.